Race friends, they're back together again. Live from Daytona Beach, Florida, it's Scratch with a K. And live from Las Vegas, it's Alan Michaels. Right here, right now, on the flagship station, the WCOBM TV network. It's on Pit Road Racing.
Friday, everybody. Alan Michaels back here in Las Vegas. We are inside the WCOBM control room. My partner is live and down at Daytona Beaches at Mulligan's. We're going to go Scratch with a K in just a minute. Welcome to On Pit Road Racing, everybody. Friday edition, 30 minutes to the fastest for you. WCOBM Studios located downtown Las Vegas, 450 Fremont Street. Show airs on Fridays 4 to 4:30. We stream it right here from the WCOB network, straight to our Facebook, YouTube, Twitter channels, and all the social media outlets. Just look at On Pit Road Racing, and you're going to find it there. Show partners real quickly, the Gene Woods Racing Experience, 450 Fremont Street. Heart of downtown Las Vegas, everybody. Go karts, LasVegas.com for more information there, okay? And also the Woods Family Sandwiches, great catering there for you, WFSandwiches.com. The Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, HotShoeHof.com, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, LVMS.com, Atlanta Motorsports Park at AtlantaMotorsports.com, and Hammer and Harry's, 450 Fremont Street at Hammer and Harry's /Las Vegas, man. Looking good. Bringing him up on the line. He's on the cell line today, man. The internet's Scratch with a K. Good afternoon, buddy.
How you doing? Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I guess it is a little bit of an evening down there for you. Is the internet being as crazy there as it is up here? I mean, it's just out of control.
I don't know. I got on it a little bit ago, and it seemed to be okay down here for now. But you know, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right about now with technology, from what I understand. So I'm not surprised.
You got it, my friend. Hey, real quickly, want to pop them up inside here, Scratch. I'm holding up the tennis shoe. It's the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. It's a 501c3 nonprofit. We provide new tennis shoes for everybody, from kids to adults, and it helps create positive health, well-being, great mental health, and just great physical activity. If you want some more information, log on to HOF.com. I'll tell you that, man. Hey, Scratch, I don't know if you heard about this, man, but breaking news that Kyle Busch Motorsports is suing Rev Racing for a breach of contract. Check it out, Scratch. KBM says, man, they owe him $325,000 from a Concord-based Rev Racing. Man, it's a breach of contract. They were a diversity program working with the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, so they're going to go to legal to the court here. Kyle Busch wants his $325 million. What about a comment on that, buddy?
Hey, man, yeah, I didn't see that. I'll look into that some right there. But, yeah, you know, bad business is bad business. Sometimes you got to get the courts involved, and good luck. May the best man win.
There you go.
Get your money, Kyle Busch.
Where are you at today, Scratcher? Are you at Mulligan's Pub? Is that where you're at today?
Yeah, man, I'm at Mulligan's Grill at 3830 South Nova Road here in Port Orange, Florida, where I'm filling in for a friend of mine, about to do some karaoke, but we also did a great comedy show here last night. We do comedy here every third Thursday of the month, man. It's a nice family place. It's packed. They just built a brand new bar up in the front that has a sliding door in it that opens up, and then you got the outside and the inside. It's pretty cool, man. So I got here a little bit early. I figured, man, why not do the show from right here?
That's it. Doing it for you each and every Friday. Well, Scratch, man, they're off to hot Atlanta this weekend, man. This is the fastest track on the NASCAR, on the average lap speed. This is the fastest track that the NASCAR guys, the Camping World, the Craftsman Trucks, and the Xfinities will see, man. We're going to start it off, you know, it's yours and my favorite, Scratch. Craftsman Truck Series going to be racing Saturday afternoon. 32 teams have entered 36 spots, so that means everybody's going to get a ride down in Atlanta. Talking about the fastest racetrack. You ever been there, Scratch?
I have not been to Atlanta, man. That's a place I'd love to go, especially because it's, you know, not too far away from me. I know I'm excited to see, you know, Kyle Busch qualified in the top 5, so, you know, he's going to be something to reckon with. But my guy, Daniel Dye from right here in New Smyrna Beach, got the pole today, so we're pretty excited about that.
That's a great, I'm glad to see that guy get a ride, because, you know, he was all part of that conglomerate, whatever, from GMS Racing, man, that those three guys all lost rides because Maury Gallagher sold the GMS brand to Spire Motorsports. So they've got the control over that. They actually sold that, but the trucks and everything else from that organization, from GMS, went over to Spencer Boyd, and so they got those trucks. But it's good to see Daniel Dye lined up into an interview. We had him on the show last year. Really good kid, man. Really good.
Yeah, he cut his teeth right here at New Smyrna Speedway. So, we like to root on him around here, and it's nice to see him get his first truck pull. We'll see what he does in Atlanta when it comes down to racing. But you're right, that place is fast, and it's a place I'm surprised I haven't been to yet, but would love to get to.
Well, I talked to Jeff Motley, who is the Vice President of Media Relations. He's going to be on the show next week for our big NASCAR weekend here. And, of course, once Daytona and Atlanta, they've got restrictors on them. It'll be here in Las Vegas when the teams will actually get full power. So apparently they're even running quicker in Atlanta, so they put a plate up on these things. So next weekend they'll take the plates off and they'll run full motor. But anyhow, going to be a good race down there for the Xfinity, for the Craftsman Truck Series. Then we're going to follow it right after that. 38 drivers and teams have up and entered in there for the Atlanta Motorsports, for the Atlanta Motor Speedway. I'm reading a little too fast for myself today, but anyhow, they're gonna get them all in there. Everybody's gonna get to race. So the Xfinities are gonna roll right after that, man. We're gonna see what Hailie Deegan's got. Not a good week for Hailie last week. Scratch at Daytona, man. That bug just keeps biting her down there. She just can't get a hold of that super speedway. So we'll see what happens down in Atlanta. Going to be a lot quicker for her.
Yeah, oh yeah. I think I think she might not hang back this time because I guess she, as I said on Wednesday when I joined you, she didn't know where to go. Hang back. You don't really hang back at Atlanta, but at the same time, hanging back did work for her. So, hey, little lady, push that gas pedal down. Get to the front. Let's see what you got.
Well, that's it. Let's see what it's going to be. Then, of course, local favorite here, finished second in the points, Riley Herbst. We're going to have him on the program next week, man. And got it all set up. But Riley, man, going to have a good run out there for him. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a hot time in Atlanta. It's going to be the Raptor King Tough 250 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, and 38 teams. I guess now there's been SVG, as they popped SVG in there. So now we're moving from 36 to 38 teams. So it's going to be a full field. Looks like for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, Scratch. Looking good, buddy. Looking good.
Yeah, that sounds good. And if they race like they did at Daytona, that's going to be a good race as well, though. Atlanta always puts on a good race, though. So it's exciting to see. It's a little, you got those monsters like Talladega and Daytona. They're just totally different monsters. Atlanta kind of races like that, where it's fast, but it's a little smaller. It's a little, it's different. It's a different kind of race. So I'm excited to see something different.
Just to let everybody know, I've got all the facts for you right here, man. Coming up, it's going to be for the Cup Series. It's going to be the Ember Health 400, Atlanta Motor Speedway. And at the date, Sunday, February 25th, green flag is at 3 p.m. East Coast time. And they've got $9,137,793 in purse money, buddy. That's not a bad deal. Got to split it up between 37 drivers, all right? So $9 million up on the payroll.
Oh, that sounds good. Imagine winning back-to-back races after winning Daytona's big old purse.
Huh? There you go.
At two races into the season, I think you could go ahead and retire, couldn't you?
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, you want to catch the radio broadcast Performance Racing Network? That's PRN. We'll have it. Sirius XM Radio will do it for you. And TV will be provided by Fox this week. Xfinity Racing for the Raptor King of Tough 250. Atlanta Motor Speedway for you Saturday the 24th. We got a green flag at 5 p.m. East Coast time. And for the Xfinity Series, they've got $1,328,978. Television will be on Fox Sports 1. Starting at 4 p.m., you can catch radio broadcast at PRN, Sirius XM Radio. So not quite as much money up in the purse in the Xfinity there for you, Scratch.
Hey, that's okay. I think that's enough.
Yeah,
that's enough for me. I'll tell you that.
I figure you put the $1 million in the bank and keep the 328 to have fun with. You know what I mean? There you go.
Sure.
And finally, for the Craftsman Truck Series, going to be running on Saturday, February 24th. They've got a 2 p.m. start for you. It's the FR8208. And they've got, now here you go, they've got $705,481 in the purse. Television will be done with Fox Sports 1. They'll start their coverage at 1 p.m. And you catch the radio version of this on Sirius XM, and MRN will cover the trucks for you. Hey, man, you know who leads the active polls in Atlanta, Scratch? Active polls.
That's active
right
now?
Drivers that are still active on the track, my friend.
For polls at Atlanta. Man, goodness. No, I don't. I want to take a good guess, but I want to guess that but he was out a little bit, so maybe not. I want to guess Kyle Larson, but I don't think it is, actually.
Currently running right now of Atlanta active pole winners. Joey Logano holds the record from 2023 and 2015. He's got 2. Kyle Busch, man, back in 2018 took the pole. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. back in 2013 took the pole. Denny Hamlin in 2010. And your guy, Martin Truex Jr., took the pole back in 2009. Here's a really cool fact for you, my friend. Driver Harrison Burton and the number 21 Ford Woods Brothers Ford Racing Team will have the opportunity to tie Team Penske's organization for NASCAR Cup Series most Atlanta poles this weekend. Team Penske currently holds that record, man. So it could be a shot to where the old Woods Brothers, man, get back in line.
That'd be cool for history's sake. It's funny that we're mentioning the Wood Brothers, because I just saw a picture. This is something I didn't remember, and of course it was when I was a kid, that Donnie Allison actually raced a little for the Wood Brothers as well. I saw him standing next to the 21 back in the day, and I was like, because I see a lot of this old vintage stuff that comes through my Facebook feed and stuff, which is really neat, man. It takes me back to when I was a kid and stuff, but that's something I guess that got by me. I didn't realize Donnie Allison actually raced for the Wood Brothers.
There you go. Yeah, man, back in his day. Hey, I got a little trivia here for you. Active Atlanta race winners. Active Atlanta race winners. Who do you think's up on top of the chart there?
Active.
Currently racing. Currently guys still in the field.
I'm gonna take Logano on that one.
Okay, well, you got one right. Currently, right now, Atlanta active race winners. William Byron has got 2. He got it back in 2023 and 2022, so he went back-to-back, a possibility of doing a three-peat there. Brad Kay from RFK Racing had 2 wins there back in 2019 and 2017. Kyle Busch, man, Las Vegas native, 2 wins in 2013 and 2008. Joey Logano right there won it back in 2023. Chase Elliott picked up the win in 2022. Ryan Blaney, the current reigning champion, had the shot at 2021. And Denny Hamlin, man, still no championship for Denny. 2012, Denny Hamlin won down in Atlanta, man. So definitely looking good there.
Yeah, well, it's funny how we talk about Denny Hamlin these days, isn't it? Yeah, the villain, the NASCAR villain. He doesn't mind either. I like that though, but I don't want him to win a championship. It's just me, or a race for that matter.
You just want to see him hit the wall, then.
Here, I'll take that.
Take that out. Hey, real quick.
Softly though.
Softly there. Okay. Real quickly here, man. First time winners in Atlanta, man. Carl Edwards won his first race ever there Sunday, March 20th of 2005. Kevin Harvick picked up his first win there March 11th of 2001. Jerry Nadeau back on Monday. That's when we had a little rain gig there, man. November 20th of 2000. Let me see. Bob Burdick, he won his first race back in 1961 Atlanta Motor Speedway. And Bobby Johns, man, picked up his first victory Sunday, October 30th of 1960. So, man, Atlanta Motor Speedway has been rocking and rolling, man. Rocking and rolling.
Yeah, it's a good track. Good race. It's I remember when Kevin Harvick got that win there. That was a great moment.
Certainly was. Hey, going to take a quick break. I've got some information for you, buddy. I don't know if you've checked this out, but Ray Everham is out on the line, and he's got the discussion about what happened to the SRX and what they're looking to do for IROC. We'll talk about it next. How about that, my friend?
Hey, sounds fantastic. Let's do it.
On Pit Road Racing live on a Friday afternoon with Alan here in Las Vegas. Scratch down in Daytona Beach. We'll be back with more right after this, everybody.
Las Vegas, Nevada, where everything seems to move a little bit faster.
Like a lot faster. Like 200 miles an hour faster. It's more than a race. It's full throttle insanity. The drivers aren't the only ones on the joyride.
Family, friends, and unforgettable moments. I'm talking full throttle mayhem. I'm talking NASCAR in Vegas. What could go wrong?
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
Jerry B here up in Sacramento, Union Gospel Mission, giving out some shoes to the homeless here. A lot of smiling faces. We got one deal. We give you a pair of shoes. You got to give us a smirk and a photo. And this is the mission of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, which is a non-profit organization based out of Las Vegas, started by Gene Woods. We're trying to do good things and fill little holes in people's lives the best we can. And today we're up in Sacramento, just doing the best we can. Thanks for supporting us.
So, buddy, Jerry B right there, man. Scratch, I don't know if you ever remember, Jerry Bernardo, man, was the host of Moto World on ESPN2, man. He was one crazy nut, man. You ever catch him?
I do remember that.
You know, I mean, go back and look at some of the YouTubes. You know, you remember Ricky Rackman, right?
Yeah. I told you a little while back. I just did a show with Ricky Rackman here in Daytona.
I mean, you go watch Ricky, and then go back and watch Jerry Bernardo, man. And Jerry Bernardo was the king of crazy, man. He was absolutely nuts. Go watch some of his stuff. It was absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Alan, back there in Las Vegas, scratches down in Daytona Beach. We got hot Atlanta this weekend for you, man. And I'm just telling you, I got a couple of quick ones here for you. I got a couple. Here's another trivia. Which driver holds almost every record in the series in Atlanta Motor Speedway? What driver? Most wins, most top fives, most top tens, and laps led. And he actually holds the race record, too. Which driver do you think did that?
I'm going to go with Dale Earnhardt.
Well, not even, sort of close, but not. He replaced Dale Earnhardt, the bad dog in the pound. Kevin Harvick has the most wins at 5. He has the most top 5 finishes at 11, the most top 10 finishes at 13. He has led 973 laps at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and he holds the race record, average speed at 149.813 miles an hour, and he did it back on February 28th of 2015, my friend. The bad dog in a pound, Kevin Harvick, man.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
It is.
He's doing pretty good on TV, too, I think. So we got a lot of years left of Kevin Harvick in racing.
You know what? I'm glad you said that, because you know what? I watched the broadcast last week, and I'm glad they're letting Kevin Harvick be Kevin Harvick. Don't try to change him. Let him be who he is. He's going to be great if you just let him be who he is. All right?
I agree.
I
agree.
All right, man. Well, we had the big discussion here of what happened with the SRX series. All right. Well, I've got the explanation, and Ray Abraham discussed it. And here's the details for you, Scratch, and our viewers out there. There are always parallels between the Superstar Racing Experience and IROC, the International Race of Champions. But to hear Ray Abraham tell the story, the parallels would have been gone even farther and greater than they expected. SRX, after announcing 5 of its 6 races in its second season on ESPN, announced that they were ceasing operations in January. We remember that, right, Scratch?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Abraham said his veteran would never going to make the use of more than what they could do with the active drivers. The third season featured Brad Kay and Haley Deegan, and a couple of others that when Kyle Busch stepped in, man, he went in along on the ride of it and everything else. So I mean, it's just I just don't know. I don't know, Scratch, what did you think? I caught it a couple of times. I thought it was very competitive racing. I really did. I liked it.
The SRX, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I always but I mean, I'm okay with the IROC as well. I like to see those drivers get together from different styles of racing and get together and race each other on certain tracks and things like that. So I'm kind of excited about what's coming in the future, and I thought SRX was a good product myself. So that's just my opinion. But again, I mean, that's maybe the race fan starstruck me looking at it and saying, hey, they got these drivers from different aspects of racing, and they're all in there racing the same stuff. I mean, I also grew up on the IROC, which I missed. So, well, it is what it is.
Yeah, and here it comes. Well, initially, as it said, this series was supposed to be started off the way they wanted to do was bring some local people in. Cody Swanson, Peyton Sellers, Bobby Santos, Doug Colby. They were going to be like the ringer filling up field with all the NASCAR guys and the IndyCar guys and everything else, but it just didn't seem to work out too right. So here's what it is, which is all going to be lead. The SRX is pretty much done. They're going to bring back the IROC. Abraham actually wanted to call the SRX when it was first started with Stewart, Montag, and Payne. But anyhow, they're going to bring it back. They say that it's going to be called the IROC Reunion. They're not absolutely looking to have fast cars. So it looks like sort of Daytona and Talladega could be out of this because he says he's not looking for fast cars on super speedway, that they're probably going to be running these on short tracks. And from the way that Abraham looks at it, the first time it's going to be coming around is they're looking at the Enjoy 300 at Worldwide Technology Center. That's where they're looking it up, and a championship race weekend could be coming in Phoenix. So it looks like Abraham's sort of putting his ducks in a row. We'll see what happens, but I don't know. IROC's on the short. I like short track, Scotch. I mean, taking them off the big speedway. What do you think, man?
Yeah, me too. I like short tracks too. It's just going to have to get me there. I mean, me being here in Daytona, it's kind of, it's a little disappointing that I won't get to see, IROCs right up close and personal here. But I mean, at the same time, I love short tracks. I mean, that might, if that's an event added to some other event I might want to go to, then that would help draw me there for sure. Because like I said, I'm a big fan of short tracks and NASCAR and everything. So I'd go see an IROC race. Atlanta's a fast track, but, somewhere close like that or even closer. Or even Charlotte, like a Charlotte weekend or something like that. If they ran them something like that, it would be awesome. But even anything, Bristol, run them in Bristol.
Run them in Bristol. Yeah, really beat them up.
Let's beat them up. Yeah.
Well, you know what? We were talking about this earlier, and you were sort of hoping that the Clash would come back. That the Clash would come back to Daytona. Well, press release came out early this morning. It seems likely. It seems more likely than not the NASCAR Cup Series will feature races both in Canada and Mexico next season, along with remaining in its converted Southern California market. Now, here's what the press release said today. NASCAR is expected to pursue taking the Clash to Mexico in 2025. No decision has been met. That came out of Steve Phillips, NASCAR president, this morning. Now, Scratch, here's the thing. We're taking it from Daytona. We sent it out to California. Now we're going to send it south the border. Thoughts and feelings about sending the Clash there?
Well, I don't know. They might need to just add an extra race somehow. I don't know about that, but they should add an extra race, maybe an extra all-star type race or Clash type race. That they can move around like that if that's what they want to do. I know they do that with the All-Star race. Which I don't know how the people of Charlotte feel about that so much, but they if they want to do that, they should just add an extra race that they can move around wherever they want to.
Trying to move stuff out of this country. I know. They're looking to get into the European market and the Southern market. I get it. This ain't Formula One, folks. You know what I mean? It really isn't. Kellogg Racing announced that Derek Kraus is going to be making his NASCAR Cup Series debut in the number 16 Western States Flooring Camaro ZL1 Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Scratch, I've had a chance to see this kid race before, on the SRL tour. And this kid has got some talent. He really does, man, and it looks good. He's going to be breaking it open here in Las Vegas. Then he'll move on to the Shriners Children's 500 in Phoenix Raceway, the Advent 400 at Kansas, Goodyear 400 in Darlington, the Enjoy 300 at Worldwide Technology, and then he'll get his final event in that number 16 at Phoenix Raceway during Championships Week. And, of course, that's the ride that A.J. Allmendinger was in and has let go. Thoughts and feelings about that?
I like A.J. Allmendinger.
You like the Dinger?
I do. I like him. He's been able to get out there and grind his way to a few victories, man. I like Allmendinger.
Good kid, man. He's definitely. I think he made the announcement he wanted to sort of step back and spend some time with family and everything else that's going around. I'm sort of biting it now because he's going to run a full-time series in the Xfinity Series. He's going to run some selected races in the Cup, but he said, I saw an article that he released, Scratch, and said he'd do anything that he could do to help his friends out at Kellogg Racing. So, he's going to be a fill-in road course ringer. He does well on the road courses. So we'll have to see about the Dinger, man. I miss the Dinger. I like the Dinger too, man.
Yeah, man, I like him. I like him. I root on him when he is racing, and I mean, like I said, he's been able to come through there and squeak out a few wins too. So, maybe for him, it's just he just never maybe got the right ride that would have him maybe up to his potential, because he seems to go above and beyond some of the rides he's riding or driving for.
Here you go. Real quickly, Junior Motorsports announced today the two-time defending ZMAX Car Tour late models champion Carson Quabble will make his NASCAR Xfinity Series start at the famed Martinsville Speedway April 6th. He'll be behind the wheel of the number 88 for Junior Motorsports. This is Travis's kid coming up, man. What do you think about that, man? Going to be driving in juniors number 88, man.
Yeah, I saw that. The kid's got to have some talent, man, because Dale Jr.'s got a really good eye for talent. So I would say that's going to be exciting to see, especially people that go back to when Travis Quapple raced. They know who he is, so maybe that definitely sparked people like myself that remember Travis Quapple, and because it seems like to me, if he's going to run for Junior Motorsports, I mean, especially they're putting that extra car out there with that 88 on it for him. So I would say we're going to be pretty excited about what goes on there.
In Junior's car too, man. Junior don't give his car. Junior don't give his car to everybody, man. You know what these guys are like. You remember Days of Thunder when Tom Cruise came in and he did that thing, and what Rowdy looked at him and says, "You did pretty good. Now go get your own car. Go get your own car."
I literally just watched that last week. We watched that at Talladega Nights to get ready for Daytona, kind of get a little warm up before the races started. So, yeah, that's fresh in my memory right now. But, yeah, man, we'll see how he does. I saw that just before you and I went on the air, and I'm excited, man. Like I said, being, remembering who Travis Quapple is, and now his son going to run Junior's car. That's gonna be fun to watch. See how he does, man. It's something exciting to look forward to.
That's it. Wrapping it up. Hey, man, you're out on location tonight. Let's give everybody information about the Scratching and Comedy Networks and everything that's going on, where they can find you, my friend.
Yes, sir, man. Right now I'm over at Mulligan's Grill, 3830 South Nova Road in Port Orange. I am about to fill in and do a little karaoke. Gonna DJ a little karaoke for my friend DJ Diana. She's awesome, and we just did a comedy show here last night. As I mentioned earlier, we do that every third Thursday of the month. I'm going to be doing a money open mic here at Mulligan's as well. Just great people here at Mulligan's. And so because I was going to end up having to do some work tonight, I figured I'd come over here and we'd bring them the show right here from Mulligan's. And they appreciate that, and they're great people. If anybody wants to get by here, if anybody's watching right now, wants to come by and sing tonight, come on down, sing Anything But Picture by Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow, because I hate that song.
There you go. Hey, if they're listening over there at the Mulligan's, you tell them when I get down there, I'll be down for a frosty cold pint of beer or two. We'll get it in there, my friend. Hey, listen.
They'll get them for you, my friend. They'll get them for you.
I love it. That's a great deal. Hey, man, we're back. You and I are back Monday. We'll have a wrap-up from Atlanta, and we'll get everybody set and ready to go for Las Vegas Motor Speedway next week. Scratch on the show. Man, have I got it stacked and packed. I've got Cup driver Corey LaJoie is going to be with us. I've got Spencer Boyd Trucks, Riley Herbst coming from the Xfinity Series. We're going to get a chance to talk to Bubba, man. Bubba Wallace is going to be at the luncheon, so we'll talk to him. And then the Vice President of Media Relations and Communications for the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Jeff Motley, will be along. So we're stacked and packed next weekend as the circus, the madness comes here. It's Las Vegas Race Weekend triple header with the trucks, the Xfinity, and, of course, the Cup Race Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube. Scratch, my friend, where can they find you social media-wise?
Hey, they can find everything at nutshacentertainment.com or comedyfromscratch.com. Make sure you spell Scratch with a K. Facebook page at Scratch Comedy or Comedy from Scratch. Either one of those pages will get you to me. And as I always say, man, look me up. Friend me. I need friends. I'm lonely.
You need friends at the moment. Hey, have yourself a good show out there tonight, and I'll speak to you up on Monday. And I'm going to call for John. How about it, my friend?
Hey, call for him. We've done it.
Scratch for joining us. Looking good out there for you. Alan Michaels back here. We're back Monday. Scratch and I'll have a wrap-up from hot Atlanta. We'll get you set up for Las Vegas. Everybody, enjoy your racing weekend. Alan Michaels, Scratch with a K. We'll talk to you, everybody, on Monday on Pit Road Racing, live from the WCOVM studios in downtown Las Vegas, everybody. John, take us
Thanks
home.
for joining us for On Pit Road Racing. Follow us on our website, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at On Pit Road Racing. On Pit Road Racing is written and produced by WCOVM TV. I'm John the announcer for On Pit Road Racing.